Welcome back everyone to another episode of Timberborn. So, welcome to Beavice, our whole new project. And today I want to basically expand my area here a little bit. And I want to basically start moving the warehouses onto the stilts as well. So, yeah, let's start with that. I mean, it's gonna take a while for it all to get finished. Uh, Paths, platforms. There we go. We do not have enough planks at all. Because again, it's 6 planks per thing, so... Oh, right, I have it set to highest, so... Well, to one of the higher things, priorities. So it's gonna draw from all the other places. Um, yes. So not only do I want to do the storage here-ish, I also want to start removing all of the tanks from the land and start making a secondary farm. Basically build top of here, and all of this is going to be farmland. So let's also then remove it. There, yes, I want that removed. And then F to mirror it. And then we're gonna assign... Was this gonna be my food area, or was this gonna be my food area? No, wait, this was all gonna be trees, because I want to have, well, I want to start making more tree farms here, so... But I need to first clear out a lot of the current things I have here. Plant crops. Let's start with planting a whole field of just carrots. I don't really want to do any of the other foods right now because, well, sunflowers require a larger field, but they are drought resistant more, but they produce less food and take longer to make. Wheat, speradoc, which are all water plants, and the potatoes and the wheat require more buildings that I currently don't have. You know what? I'm just gonna immediately do it, and I'm gonna make this whole area down here the sunflower area. There. So now we're gonna have to wait for the builders. Oh, definitely one of the things I need to do is make a bigger wood storage. But at the same time, I definitely also need to already expand my tree farm. Because this is just not helping right now. Maybe I should have done a 3x3 first. Because then I could have already put down the bigger storage areas. Oh well, let's just wait slowly until everything is built. Oh no. Well, that's gonna suck. Let's make sure that we don't have any projects inside of the water, because there's a bad tide approaching. Oh no, that's gonna really hurt badly. But at the same time, I think we will make it. Because it's not going to be long and we have 3 days. We have more than enough water and all that. But yeah, this is basically just what I mean with we have to prepare for uh, those kind of events. Which is again why I want to basically create a big dam over here. Where this is going to become a giant basin. Which is then going to allow water to come into this basin once I have this all uh, well, blocked off. I also need to remove the lumber mills at some point. Oh, I only have one working. Cool. Hmm. This does have more farmland right now. What? I need more builders. No! Well, I just wasted almost 2 days. With just that. So dumb. I could, once the bad tide is over, create a lumbering camp and harvest all of this wood as well. Hmm. The nice thing about the bad tide is the water will take you. There. That's why no one can get sick. I definitely need to block this off at some point as well. Hmm. Ah, well, here comes the bad tide. Half a day. It's also gonna mean that a lot of these blueberries are gonna die. I need more houses. Because I currently have 17 jobs, 17 beavers are capable of working, 21 housing. I need to make sure that I have more of a beaver population than I have a I need to make sure that I have way more beavers than that I have jobs. Yeah, this is basically not useful anymore. It's only a day worth, but still, it's like, look at the devastation. Like, that already died of contamination. Yeah, I need to make sure that this area basically becomes unpassable through for bad water. And that definitely means basically just creating a too high wall here so that it can offload down this direction. Which is still not something I want because this is also a good area to live in. But we can get, you know, we can do something with it later. Yeah, it's a lot of devastation. Well, not as much devastation here though. Wow. No, it all survived. Good. Oh no. Another problem. Because of how currently the water here works, it very slowly replenishes the water here with actual water, and not with just bad water. Oof. I need to I need to hurry up with the plans for the security. But for that, I need more wood first. And there we go. A little bit far away. And we make sure that all of this is harvestable. Alright, time to make more scaffolding. Hallelujah. We just had a 5-day drought. My water is empty. I'm gonna need to make a bigger storage area for water, but that's gonna require gears. I'm definitely thinking about making a factory area. Oof. I mean, especially with more area where I'm doing farming, I do definitely need to improve my water storage capabilities, but also water collecting, because it's not gonna last for long. Plants and bushes, because I want to add a couple of carrots fields. At least the blueberries are succeeding still. Definitely needs a bigger blueberry storage area as well. But again, this is going to require me to actually build more storage areas, which I do want to do, but due to the drought, just the planks stop being crafted. And I could start with making maybe a wind turbine. I mean, it's only planks and wood. It might actually be worth doing that, because then I'm not relying on water as much. But then I definitely need to make an area for it somewhere. All right. Because this area is not being filled, because it's being flown down here, I don't have a flow here anymore. Hmm. Oh well. I'm just gonna remove one of these then. High priority hauling. And I'm gonna work on the dam here, and again, I'm just gonna have to wait for more of the water to flow. No, not good enough. Okay. Well, I'll see how I will fix this. Another drought is coming, and I'm still nowhere further from actually securing this area from being emptied out. Hmm. I do want to work here on the situation with the planks, because right now we're not generating enough planks at all. We have a few, but again, this is barely 2 platforms, so um, because this is all gonna be done with watermills, maybe I'm gonna put a windmill down here or something. I want to basically just do this, where I'm gonna put down leaves which prevent water from passing through it, And the idea is to basically limit the amount of water flow that is able to get through this pass so that the currents here are going to be stronger. And basically, I want to try and force there to be a current uh, under here so that the water wheels will always flow. That's the idea, at least. And then, of course, I'm going to put the lumber mills on top of that. Now, luckily for me, the leaves require only wood. And given that we have reclaimed so much of this area, you know, I've just thinking about it. I think I might actually be better off with a second forester here, rather than having one forester do a lot of this. Although it might also be better if I maybe plant some different kind of trees. Because as discussed with the previous series, every tree has a longer span to grow, but also will produce more wood. And that way, my forester is not always going to be busy. But I think for now, I'm just going to do it like this. And then we will build a forester here. Well, can't do that because this trees are growing here. Well, then we will simply have to wait. Look at that. So, we have our lumber mills making planks, all suspended over the water. And we have 2 more spots we can use to build the gear factories. And if I wanted them, I would build them. But right now, I'm using all my wood for a very important project, which is the final dam. Basically, this dam is being built so that all of the water here is going to actually be... Oh, once again, I forgot to turn down the workhouse. But yeah, all of the wood is going into this dam, which is going to be the final dam, so that all the water in this area is going to start flowing from all of the dams over here as well. Once I've plugged this part up. Which also means that when there's going to be a drought, all of the water is actually going to stick here, which is going to help a lot with keeping all of this which is going to help with keeping all of this hydrated. Words. Now, I also want to start working a little bit on improving the happiness. But again, all of the wood is currently being used. But I'm thinking of building a couple of roof terraces here. And basically making this a luxury area more than an actual industrial district. Although, I mean, I have the plank makers here already. I wonder how much I can do with just one district. I do feel like maybe I should start working on a second district down here already. Especially trying to make sure that this area keeps filled with water so that all of the sunflowers here as well just keep getting water. And if I can make sure that all of the bad water here just doesn't flood into my area. Stuff to plan out. Because that's kind of what the problem is here. Because I dammed this up, bad water is now spreading here. So all of this water became worse off because there's no fresh water to offset the bad water. Oh, here's where the fun is gonna begin. Do I make them continue working on this dam over here? Or do I pause it already and, well, wait for the bad tide to pass? Because I don't have a thing right now where I can make antidotes, so I'm gonna put this all on pause. It's the safe thing to do. Besides, we have a couple of things we want to build here. I mean, there's an entire set of platforms I want to build because I want to start lining this island in platforms already. There we go. Let me also... Nah, I don't need to do that. Don't need to remove the ladders or any of the things here. Let's see, because I was gonna make a gear platform here. There we go. And of course, for power, a water wheel. I do like this design that I have for the factories. Of course, I'm gonna remove this water wheel at some point. I want to make it so that I can pass through here with some beavers. And I have not a lot of planks. I was gonna say, like, maybe I should work on the whole roof party thing already. But at the same time, I kind of want to just work here and then... oh no, this is just gonna be a normal warehouse, isn't it? I was gonna make a place for the gears, but the gears don't go in a pile. So I could technically do that. Yeah, I'm just gonna build a warehouse here. And here we're gonna have all our gears. Maybe this gear factory, the gear storage is a bit too large because we do not have a lot. But I just hope that this works. At least I'm certain that I'm having a lot of wood. I am also, however, out of workers. With 6 jobs vacant. And there's a dark tide approaching. This dark tide might actually be really devastating because even when the normal water flows again, it's gonna remain here for a while. And again, that's why I need to work on that damming station here so that I can actually just prevent bad water from entering. But that's all future projects. Let me quickly just build that. Quick build. Basically, I'm doing this because I want to try and make it so that the dam here prevents the bad water from replacing the water that drains out of this. Basically, creating a buffer against... No, let's just pause it. Yeah, no. The idea was to basically create a buffer against the bad water by having the regular water just push against it. But because we don't have this dam in place, it's just all the water's gonna leak out of here. Well, we'll see by the end of it how much water remains. Well, how much greenery remains. It really is saddening to see, like, the bad water just removing all the green from the map. Oh, definitely need to do something about that. Well, say all the green. There's a little bit of green. Yay. I can't build underground piles because that requires ground to build on. Hmm. And if only I had a couple of beavers working in the gear factory, I could actually work on the bigger water storage areas, so the tanks. But for that I need more beavers. Hmm. Next time I am just gonna work on fortifying this area against the bad water. But luckily the bad water's almost done, and then we can actually build this and build our last bit of the dam here as well. Of course, first having to wait until the water actually, you know, flushes out all the bad water. There we go. It is also nice to just see how the water just... Hmm. Right. Hmm. As I was saying, it's nice to see how the water just flushed away all the bad water as well. Same problem as we had before. Only now it's not a problem. The bad water is somewhat buffering against the water. I have two people working on forest. Gear workshops are not working. Some of the lumberjack flags are not being worked on. Okay. Fine. To be fair, we don't need that many lumberjacks at the moment anyway. I do also want to remove this inventor and move it up here, but right now we don't have any need for that. But I do have enough to actually start building what we talked about previously, which is the upper area here. No, what that does? Okay. Well-being, not campfires. I want some rooftop terraces. There we go. Let's work towards a happy beaver community. Oh wait, I can actually do the double. I can actually buy double lodges. And now if we were to remove all of these, we could just replace that with the big ones. But right now, I'm just going to work on the dams here again. Because all the bad water is expelled. Well, we are hitting a drought. And my whole system is almost done. I put it on 23 hours of work, so... just so they have that small burst to actually work on this and hopefully get it done. Well, at least my planks are also full. Come on, work on it. Good. Come on. Just 30 more logs before the drought hits, please. I don't love that with the building of this dam. The water flow now is so... the flow is powerful enough for all the other things here to also spout through. Which is nice, because it does mean that the area doesn't overflow. Come on, half a day. I need more haulers, maybe? All we need is the dam finished so that the water doesn't flow outwards. Come on. No, we're never gonna make it. And nope. There we go. They're not fast enough, sadly. We might actually be able to build this before all the water disappears out of the dam here, but I'm not holding my hopes up for that either. Yeah, no, they only carry 2 per person, per beaver. But we do have a... Oh, that's funny. You'd think it would flow further away, but... It's getting close to just emptying out, isn't it? Still. We've made more than enough progress. With this, we will just have an area in which a lot of the water will stay, which is great. We just need to bad-tide-proof this later on. I also want to remove all this blockage at some point. And actually replace it with actual leaves and all that. Gonna have to do that anyway if I want to make this a too high basin. Or too deep basin. Hey, cool. It's finished. Yay. So we do now have an actual place where we can have a lot of the things be stored, the water. So this will ensure a larger part of the survival of my colony. The water pumps will continue to pump. Now it's just a case of expanding the amount of things I have here. Because I am building gears, I am gonna start building the medium tanks. And again, these store 30 units compared to the 30 of these. 10 times as much for less, you know. Get this out. Now, the question is, how am I gonna do water collecting? Because I do want to get rid of a lot of this stuff as well. And again, more place to build, to have farms. That's the idea. Now, figure something out.